Hi all. So I was in the market to buy an iPad that I could use for my job to take notes, send emails, and manage calendar. And looking into the latest models for Apple with an M1 chip, I had an option to go either with an iPad Air or an iPad Pro. At the time of this recording, the iPad Air retails for $599 for a 64 gigs version and an iPad Pro for $750 for 128 gigs. Now, for the use that I just mentioned, an iPad Air is more than sufficient, but then I'm also a content creator and like to do photo and video editing, and I for sure cannot carry my system with me around when I'm traveling. So I looked online to get some help in finding out what's the best iPad for this, and found out an iPad Pro does have some advantage over an Air when it comes to content creation. Now the question was, what benefits do I have spending $150 more and buying an iPad Pro? Well, here is my comparison for the base models. An iPad Air has a 64 gigs, whereas an iPad Pro has 128 gigs. An iPad Air has 60 Hz of display, whereas an iPad Pro has the 120 Hz. An iPad Air has a single rear camera, whereas the Pro has an additional wide-angle lens. Not that I'm gonna use it so much, but it's good to have. An iPad Air has a USB-C connector, whereas the Pro has a USB-C connector with the support of Thunderbolt, or say the USB 4. An iPad Air has dual speakers, whereas the Pro has 4 and does sound a little more pleasing. An iPad Air has Touch ID, whereas Pro has Face ID, which also means it's true depth camera. I also tried both the iPads in an Apple store, and I felt writing on a Pro felt a little more real than the Air. That might be because of the screen or the 120 Hz display, not sure, but the difference was noticeable to me. So with all these points, I felt going with the Pro by paying the additional $150 was worth. And so, here is my iPad Pro. And while I was at it, I also got myself an Apple Pencil too. Now enough boring you guys with the details, let's get into unboxing this beauty. Thank you all for watching this video. I do have some other products on its way for this iPad, and I hope to review them as well. Until then, peace out.